Okay, once again, welcome all the participants, and thank you, the coordinators, for inviting me. In order to make more meaningful, I need to share some slides with you because there are a lot of things that you guys can try at your final year project or during your MTech program or PhD program, even those who are working also in your organizations. So let me see the entire screen. Please tell me whether my screens are visible to you or not. Yes, Costa Babu.
No, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is some information about what we are doing in our ministry in the NELIT, and some of our partners are doing, and what is the requirement for the upliftment of the society and different things. So first thing is I want to talk something about this uh, Industry 4.0. So in this Industry 4.0, what is happening is every organizations were asked. In fact, the screen is not visible to me. Anyway, I have to do blind. So is screen is visible to all of you? Okay. Mm. Could you run the slide from there, if possible? Yes, yes, yes. So I will just continue, and there are a lot of talks from the morning about different aspects of uh, industry demands, as well as what we need to do from our side as a student, as a staff, or as an entrepreneur, or as a future um, uh, startup, something like that. So let's go to the second slide. This is okay. This is about Industry 4.0. Like we said that the story of Industry 4.0 started in 2013, and you can see the what is the version of Industry 1 was using the mechanization of your things, weaving looms and other thing, means mechanical. Most of the mechanical things are used. Number 2, the mass production, assembling, something about the electrical things had been started. Number 3 is about some automation and use of the computers and electronic devices. But Industry 4 is about Internet of Things or networking system, cyber physical system, or we can say as a fully computerized. You can see the diagram also. The last one is about the ERP system that now we are doing. So we are only using this Industry 4.0 practices only in some area where we are comfortable. But it is suggested that we have to use this one in many aspects. One very simple example that I have also shared in the morning session is, for example, now a workman, the person who are working in drilling, welding, and other things, they don't need to know, they don't need to use their muscles now. They need to know which button has to be fresh in what degree and up to what intention and how much time and other thing. Means if they know how to operate the system, then automatically the system is going to do. Same thing in IoT also. You can see now the IoT devices are developed so that the IoT device will go to the middle of the sea, and that system will do the fishing, and they will bring fish for you. You cannot go to those places, but the drone will be used to do the fishing, and it will bring for you. So those type of development things has been suggested, and many industries are implementing this one, so as also in the academic also. Next. This is about some of the representation that I was talking about. The earlier one is okay, and the second diagram you can see the industry is in between, and all your activity, the engineering activity, the practices, the best practices are in the left side, and in the right side the tools and other thing. So likewise, the Industry 4.0 practices are connecting all the mechanisms that we have said before. Either it is a Internet of Things, smart sensor, advanced robotic, other all those type of things. So data science, data analytics is also a part of this activity. Next. And this is about one very great initiative that MITI, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, together with NASSCOM, the biggest industry partner, has made this future skill project. In this future skill project, these are the 10 applications that we are intend to give training to the government officers, the students, and the private bodies. So Guwahati also take a part. So Guwahati is also taking part in giving, Guwahati NIELIT, I mean, taking part in giving training in cloud computing, artificial intelligence, blockchain, IoT, data science, cybersecurity, AR, VR, and UI, UX, and other type of activity. And remaining other things are also going on in any of our NIELIT center and the CDEC center. Wherever I run as a new business, actually the students, the final year students, and whoever working in this area, you can associate with us. So there are a lot of places are there that it is given as a new business. Please go to the next. This is about some of the amounts that for the digital node is. It was given as a budget in 2017-18. So as a mature person who are taking engineering as a subject, as a staff, as a student, so you also need to know what are the different type of ministry where all these budgets had been given and what are the activities that you are expected to do. So left photo is about those funds, something like 3,715 crore has been in the budget of Union government for year 17-18. And one example of this one, you can see in the right picture that the Wi-Fi enabled campus are, for the academic environment. This was happened in, you can see the down the around something like 113 different buildings in of Osmania University, like something like 58 buildings that NEHU has been, given the Wi-Fi connectivity, and something like around 1,300, something like this type of hotspots are given in all these different areas. I think Kostav, you need to mute your mic. Yeah. Okay, so like this, different budget has been given under different ministry. So knowing all this activity will enrich you. This will encourage you to work in this area because budgets are given, the people are there, different ministry, different industry partners are there. Let's go to the next. Next slide, Costa. So this is about 4 years digital transformation. You can see there, common service center, the Aadhaar generation, your DigiLocker. Every industry has been, every student has been given a DigiLocker. You don't make that, then you have to contact your people over there. Then digital literacy and Jivan Praman and some other facility, e-services and other things. These are some of the numbers that which is available from the government website. This was retrieved in 2018. Next. Now this is one of the example that one of our center that we have at Majuli Island. It is in Assam. How our people are traveling. This is in the middle of the Brahmaputra River. In this island, we have taken one small room to start our activity, and our people are traveling by using different modes. So maybe the boat, maybe the car. The car is taking on the board and then reaching, and this type of thing means The central government and other ministries are involving in developing a lot of things in the Northeast, and we are facilitating and we are taking part directly as a stakeholder to do this type of activity. Please go to the next. And this is about some of the best practice that I'm going to share about. One of the practice for developing all this activity, Industry 4 and other thing is about, you know, we have to do the things very fastly, and we have to do the things correction or modeling or planning or automation in a very fast way. So earlier method like waterfall model, spiral model, it is going to be absolute that they have different ways of implementing that one. But when you are talking about Industry 4, many of this industry are using the practice something like the agile methods. Some of the agile method you can see whatever I have underlined over there. This is for the students that, you know, it focus more on the code rather than designing. So there is no much time given for the designing, rather it started directly. Then, you know, you go to some of the shopping mall or you go to some of the restaurant. So normally a waiter will come and will take all your requirement, then they will deliver one by one. So in this Industry 4.0, what is happening is the waiter will come, your first demand, let's say that you are looking for the startup will be given. Once the startup is given, then your chicken, mutton, all those type of things will deliver by piece. So in this agile method, it is reducing the overhead, the software development or the designing other thing, and then is trying to deliver the products in the piece by manner. So one piece, whenever they are delivering one component, small component, the activity has been reported, activity has been recorded. If there is some changes has to be done, it will be called as a version number 2. In the version number 2, either the customer as well as the developer will take their own share and they will try to modify the activity. Correct. For example, if I have to give an example, what is happening is instead of making 100 storage building, they will make one storage building, one room, one kitchen and everything. Once they are comfortable with one floor only, then they will go for the next higher and other thing. But normally what happened in construction firm, they will take all those piling, filling, everything, the structure for 100 storage, and they will started filling up the rooms and other things. So sometimes there was some problem in one of the pillars, something like that in the ground floor. So it has to be demolished from everything. So this type of concept is not used in Industry 4. So Industry 4, the piece by piece delivery message has been taken place. Next. There are some principles that there. These are some of these principles that I brought so that, you know, users can also understand that it is taking a lot of involvement from the customer. Normally, the customers are not involved in many things. In the construction firm, something like that, the design has been met. And according to the design, the customer has to be happy with the design. But in this Industry 4, the customer is together with the construction team. And piece by piece basis, all those people who are involved, stakeholders are involved. So next. So in this agile method, as I said before, the companies are developing the small and the medium-sized product for sale. Then once they are comfortable with the small size, then they have upgraded to the large scale and other thing. Next. And here the human technology organization issues. So while I'm bringing all this type of thing, finally I will go to the artificial intelligence and the data science. So this background also we need to understand. So many people are going to involve, so many stakeholders are going to be involved in this type of activity. That's why all these lists are there. The technical, the human, the organizational issues, different sections are giving different data. So finally we are going to deal with the data. Next. This is one programming or this one development process that we call as extreme programming. This is also called as a XP. People are considering that the Windows XP coming from this area, something like that. This is not related to the Windows XP, but this Windows extreme programming also one of the example of agile programming step. It is called as a programming step, but this is also used in many of the construction and other align activity, not necessarily only for the computer people. So it works in the incremental way, And also every week or every 2 weeks, a different version has been made. Every version is a better system of the earlier one. So that is why the Xtreme programming also very widely used in the industry. Next. These are some of the process, so I will skip this one. Next. And another one is a pair programming. So in the pair programming, the big projects has been paired together, so that one programmer can be at US, one can be at Japan, one can be in India. So big project has been shared between different programmer. Here I mean programmer, the staffs. It can be in some other areas also. Different people are using different thing, and they create dynamic environment, so that different people can be used as single user, single resources. So from this type of system, the cloud programming, I'm not talking about cloud computing, I'm talking about cloud programmings are coming. Then different pair system, distributed computing, distributed programming things, multi-user, multitasking type of things are coming. Please go to the next. And so on. The testing is also a very serious thing. You may produce so many things, you may do a lot of activity, but if you are not testing properly. So for the testing also in the XP, the Xtreme programming, testing development environments are also developed in a very fast manner, phase by phase manner, version by version. And the higher the version, the accuracy and the confidence level of the customers are there. So I just brought these ones for your understanding. Next. Now these are customer involvement. So customer involvement is too much in this Xtreme programming type of thing. Please go to the next. Testing environment, please go to the next. I have to run some of the slides. This is one very interesting thing, the Scrum development process. Normally what happens is there is a piece of project like you are doing in your final year, or those staffs are doing. Normally we don't have the product, we don't have the customer for the product. So after the product only we are intending the customer from. But this Scrum programming is something like that. This is not only the product, it is also owning the process. For example, there is a designing. Well, who has to do the designing? Somebody, let's say that 3 of your friends are doing a same project. Out of these 3 fellow, one will be the owner of the design. Out of these 3 fellow, the second fellow will be the owner of the coding phase. Out of 3 fellow, the 4th fellow will be, the 3rd fellow will be the owner of that product. So on in this Scrum development process. Lot of product logs. What are the products for the process has been listed. So each listed product has been divided into the sprint. Sprint is just like what is happening inside your washing machine. It keep on sprint, it keep on rotating. When you are rotating this one during the design time and during the testing time, during the coding time, another thing, the role of the members are rotated. So this is the best practice that people are using. 99% of the industry, 99% of the industries are using this Scrum practice. Every day there are meetings are there, weekly there is a meetings are there, different activities are take place here. So some of these things has been given. So please go to the next. Like for example, what happened in this Scrum practice? If you are trying for a job in industry, IT as well as electronics or something like that, one of the questions that very frequently asking is a Scrum. You know the Scrum practice. Some of the questions that asking is a pair programming. So in this Scrum practice says, different repetitive process are taken. Like I was talking about the version, different version process are there. Version number 1, version number 2. Earlier the later the version, the development process become more maturity. Here also the maximize the business values as well as a priority base. For example, we are doing a programming something like that in waterfall, something like that. The priority base is not given. The risk factor type of these things are not given. But in the Scrum, this type of priority risk driven things are discussed very thoroughly. Go to the next. So on. I will skip all this type of activity. Please keep on moving. And this is a Scrum practice. Go to the next one. Go to the next. Go to the next. 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 And there are some charts that we use, burn down chart. There are two types of charts that we use, bottom up approach and the burn down chart. In the burn down chart, actually we see that, okay, some activity has to be taken like 900 days. So there shouldn't be any ugly surprise. So this type of burn down charts are used for the team velocity, in order to, you know, analyze the team velocity. Your velocity, you know, but the team velocity is defined in some other way. So by understanding the burn down chart, you will understand all these type of things are in project management practices, software engineering, and different books. Please go to the next. Next. Now I go to the original thing. I'm going to explain here one experiment which is going to be which has used the Scrum practices and which is going to be very beneficial for you. So this is something like AI-based analytical expert system for early detection of the this pandemic and this type of epidemics which is happening because of the corona and other thing. So here a lot of analysis has been used with the practice of data analytics, with the practice of artificial intelligence. Go to the next. You can see here, when you see the data warehouse system or a medical expert system or some other thing, bird view is something like this. The entire data has to go to one filter. The first diagram, the entire data of the pandemics has to go to one filter. The filter will take a lot of activities, different activities or different processes, and finally it is going to generate some report. You see the same thing in the technical view. What is happening? It is collecting a lot of data. That is what we call as an abstraction. Then from the abstraction, it is moving to the staging area. This is a workshop where the data manipulation, data control, ETL, the extraction, transformation, loading take place. Then it will transform, it will load to the data warehouse. Once it is given to the data warehouse, we consider that data warehouse is the best data to store the correct data. There should not be any error data. For example, I mean the error data, the phone number, normally the phone numbers are of 10 digit in India. There are there are two types of people, male, female, maybe other sector, transgenders are also there, but the fourth group will not come. There are some understandings are like this. Based on this one, these data warehouse are developed that correct data, the quality data are put. From those quality data, different data analytics experiments are done, and it transforms and it goes to the analytics of the data. That's a technical view. So I'm going to explain about this technical view in very short manner. So I'm also looking the time, almost half an hour are covered. Please go to the next. Now this is something like what is happening, the AI or the data analytics. So you need to extract a lot of data. Whenever you are extracting a lot of data, you will have a lot of problems. You can see the people. There are some people who are wearing masks. There are some people who are not wearing masks. And there are a lot of activities take place in our day-to-day life. Like you may be going for a journey, travel, you are in a movie, you are in a vacation, or you are in a medical or other activity. All this activity, different businesses, different type of the people, different location of the people, all this data has to be bring together in order to do some predictable way. That is why when you see the right side thing, a activity, one person can involve in many different activity, so that they can collect all related data to themselves. I may not, as a computer engineer, I may not need all data from other tourism sector and the finance sector and other thing, but you want to predict the best to best data. You should know the information from different sector. All these sectors we have touch, and we get a lot of data from there and gathering of the data. So I'm very shortly I'm going to explain about this one. Actually, this is one of the PhD job for one of my PhD student. Next. This is what we try to do. This picture is representing everything: the data, the models, the reports, and different reports and analysis. In the data, we use different type of tables, something called as a dimension table. those who are in distributed system, those who are in data mining, data warehouse and other thing, this is not new for you. So dimension tables are collected. You can see in the right side the possible attributes. Different possible attributes are there. Dimension tables are representing the sector from where we are collecting data. These are some of the real data that we are collecting. Some of these data are collecting from their different dark boards. For example, AWU has a lot of students. Their students has to be populated in the website. After putting all these informations in the website, somebody like me will collect all those information. Then we will come to know how many students are from different sector and how many students are coming from different area. What are their needs? What are the facility has to be provided in different areas where they belongs to. For example, a person is coming from Zora. There are no good computer institution over there. Something can be taken up. Means the data that we are collecting from different dark boards when the institutions or the departments are providing. So on those, number one, the data, we do a lot of modeling. So modeling may be based on the rule-based modeling. Different rule meanings are there. With that model, then we generate reports. From that generate report, so some of the correct reports are moving to that warehouse. From those warehouse, different interesting data are represented so that we can get the correct analytical data. Please go to the next. This is one different format of the data that we use. One is the cube data. Whenever you are dealing with data science, different formats of data will be given to you. Maybe you may be asked to use the raw data, the rows and the columns that as you are using in artificial intelligence. Maybe you may be use the cube data. Cube data are very used in modeling. Means some of this information can be seen in bottom-up approach, top-down approach. You can see by slides. You can see by piece. You can collect it. You can spread it, and you can see what was the problem, what is the source of that. And also we use a lot of dimension data. So dimension data, multi-dimension data are also used for quick, better representation. So in case you are using cube data, then finally when you are collecting data in the data dimension data, you are going to use a multi-dimension data. Please go to the next. So this is one of the data warehouse that I was talking about. The first diagram is about the representation. The second diagram is talking about really what is the flow of data. You are using many data collecting from different area, but at the end of the day, the data are moving in the form of tables, columns, key, indices, triggers, and your cursor and other thing. Correct. Please go to the next. So this is one, the formation of the warehouse system. Almost the left side, the red side. This is the correct information that we have given from, we have taken from the entire world where the COVID situations are there. Then once this is there, we have converted this one to the network of the data. In the network of the data, the information from each district of the information can be passed to those systems. From there, we go to the lab data. When we say about the lab data, is a clean data. So this clean data we are collecting as a data source and passing to the staging table, and at last we are passing to the data warehouse tables. This is the process that will take place, and it is not an easy thing. There are a lot of chances of wrong data manipulating and other aspects. Go to the next. This is where we develop different model. Data modeling, data analytics can be developed when you are doing the abstraction, transformation, and loading. That is the ETL process, because large data are there. So you need to know, for example, something that you want to know about healthcare. So healthcare data may be available from the insurance team, how many insurance are joined, from the medical team, but it may get less information from an academic. But since from the academic also, and since all the students are coming to the academic environment, you may come to know about some of those, you know, the absentee, the presentee in a classroom. When the presentee numbers are degrees, then you can get some information. So I mean to say that model has to be developed so that it will fit, so that majority chunk of the data that what you don't need should not be brought. If you bring so many information and put in the data warehouse, and finally the execution time will be more and you have to pay more for users of the cloud facility or cleaning and other thing. So here this slide is showing that different modeling has to be done during the extraction and transformation as well as in the analytics time. So data modeling cannot be done only in one final step. Data modeling has to be started from the earlier days of starting this business. Next. This is about what I was talking about the data. Here we are talking about the dimension table, something like the citizen health, something like about number of the births, the death, the literacy rate, and the disease symptoms are collected. Second thing is about the disease detail. So they got some disease, what type of disease is there, what is coming from which side of the country, and where is coming from the rise and the recovery rate, and so on. Different types of informations are provided here. So for doing this type of thing, we are using the star schema. In the star schema, all the dimensions tables are connected to a fact table. The fact table is in between. Normally the fact tables consider only the numeric data. For example, let's say that you got 65%. So whenever you got 65%, 65% are made up of, you know, what you got in first semester, second semester, so on up to the final year. So all your semester data are put in the dimension table, and your final percentage is put in your fact table. So on, the fact table has control over the dimension table, but the data are collected and put in the dimension table. This is what I was discussing about the data warehouse. Data analytics need a lot of help from the data warehouse in order to have each support of the data, quality data, cleaning, and all type of quality based processing of the data. So I am skipping this one. Please go to the next. Now the rule models, for example, rule number 1 is something like, you know, find out the most happening, this occurrence of a specific event. For example, there are burns are there, strikes are there are landslides are there are earthquakes are there, so as there are rains are there are epidemic, this type of you know, corona type of diseases there, maybe SARS are there, and all this type of. So what is the least happening in an institution? What are the most occurs in an institution? It is happening more in the medicals. So the information from the medical terms are also collected. The information from the academic terms are also collected. All those informations are collected together. And also rule number 2, looks for a nearby or similar activity which will happen long before. For example, in today's time, something happened in any part of world. For example, nowadays there are a lot of earthquakes are happening in Northeast India, also in the world, also in the Turkey, also in the Greece also. Is there anything happened like this before? 1 year before, 2 years before, 5 years before? Is this just a symptom, whether it is connected to the climate? And so those type of rules are made so that it will fit to our system. Next. So now how we do fast processing of data? We use some ready-made programs, something like the frequent pattern tree of an event. For this one, we use FP3, the frequent pattern tree. So frequent pattern trees are using for, you know, scalable processes. Sometimes you are talking about big industry. Sometimes you are talking about big data, and all this type of thing. Unless and until you don't use the fast processing or fast processing techniques, so this is not possible. Then later on, after information that I got from the frequent pattern tree, the scalability factor is also one thing. Sometimes, you know, in one of the state, the information that you get is very less, but in the big state or bigger country, the information that you are getting is a very large. So some of your application, whatever you are writing, may not be able to sustain that one. That is why the scalability is also so this pattern, frequent pattern tree, is very much compatible for making. This is a tree. Trees are considered to be one of the best and some of the best as well as the fastest way of computation. Same thing, the ranking of the events, the correlation events, and so on, all these type of activities are provided. Next. Now Frequent pattern tree has different steps. I have to shortcut. My intention was to bring only the name. Like before also I have taken so many names like Scrum, Spiral and other thing. So this frequent pattern tree has 2 steps only. It will scan entire data, the big data that were provided, and it will see the number of the support counts, and then it will find out this is less support. Then we will come to know in the second pass, we see for the second pass, and it will sort it accordingly so that it will make the next tree. Next. So this is one example. For example, the left side is some of the items that you get from one of the shopping mall or the hospital or some other activity. So some of this activity, when you are transfer this one to the tree format, the tree can be made in this way. So when you are doing this one, whether you put in this in the cube format or in the binary format, the tree will be made very easy. Please go to the next. This is a tree that you are going to make from the left side. Then you can see the header table. So header table is going to know, okay, B was represented, B was presented for 8 times, so it is in the rank number 1. A is represented for 7 times in number 2, number 3, so on, so on. The same thing that we have applied to our COVID prediction of the COVID, you can see in the right side. There are some items that we have taken. These are dummy data that we work on. The name activity is original, but the data that we have provided is a dummy thing because there are some sensitive issues are there that it may create a problem for sharing. So something like this COVID, according to this formula, the frequent pattern tree, it is representing, it is taking out like this, the SAR, Ebola, and all those type of things. Means the same frequent tree construction we are using in our material with the support of the data warehouse, data marts and other thing, and we can find out some activity. Next. So this is how the page ranks. The page ranks different where it is connected. From one country to another, how this COVID has been moved. From the page rank algorithm, different routes, what the source of the informations and other thing. So page rank also helps in ranking what are the most affected places, what is going to be the most affected places. There are a lot of analysis are taken place in the national level and the international level. People are also using different algorithm. They may be using different algorithm, but researchers are using different type of this algorithm that I am explaining here so that they can also predict in the better way. Please go to the next. So this is what in the last, the rank, and then we found that one of the best, one of the very frequently used, the term was COVID and the SAR and so on, so on. So like that. Please go to the next. Now, in order to do this type of activity, this was the activity that we were doing for prediction of the epidemics in different corner of the world. Now the same activity can be done in the academic activity also. Now there are a lot of problems are there. For example, post-COVID, there are a lot of problems about the digital literacy. There are a lot of problems about taking classes, so on. So what we are doing now also, we are using the online version here. The blended mode, people are using the electronics, online activity, face-to-face together. The flipped classroom styles are also used. What is happening in the flipped classroom? All those informations are provided in advance. And then students will keep on using. Instead, the teacher teaches all the classes. Only wherever there are problems are there only the students are coming and helping the student. Why I am bringing this one? Whenever we are having this type of problems, actually there are opportunities are there. The researchers like you can do a lot of algorithm, develop a lot of learning material and can do in the better way, faster way. There are a lot of problems in delivering of this material to the nook and the corner of India as well as to the world. Please go to the next. This is one of the example. What is happening? Sometime, you know, one of the picture was taken from the internet that the lady teacher has been given using his mobile, and the mobile is, you know, calling in WhatsApp or YouTube or something like that. The students are listening through different medium. In this way, the different problems are there. The poor connectivity problems is one of the problem, and also hidden cost of the data uses. Let's imagine that one student is attending a class for 1 hour, the same thing now also, in 1 hour at least your 1 GB of data will go. For example, a parent has 4 or 5 boys and a girls child, and all has to go for online. There is a problem for the gadget, there is a problem for the users of the data. For example, you take Jio, even though you are taking from Google Meet or Zoom or other thing, the data users are very huge. So later on, what is happening in the last picture? In the last picture, people are using the dummy data or the artificial intelligence type of thing, where the pictures are represented and it is taking so other type of these activities. So we have a lot of problems for changing the material that we have made before pandemic. The material that we have made for 1 hour, 2 hour, so this has to be redesigned so that it will have a better UI, UX, user interface, user experience type of facility, and also it should have less to less users of the data. The hidden data user has to be reduced. Then only this will go. For example, most of the information that we are getting from the internet or the medium that we have, even is a WhatsApp or Facebook or Google Meet, other thing, it works very nicely in G4 mobile, but in G2 and G3 it is very difficult to access this type of thing. So some researchers like you has to be work on in order to improve this type of reachability. Please go to the next. Now another area where the data science and the artificial intelligence can work is in AR, VR. It is considered that geography 80% of the information is required. For 80% of the information can be converted to the AR, VR. You can see the pictures where the small boys and the girls are trying to understand the world by using the gadget, the AR, VR, augmented reality, virtual reality. You can see the medical students can bring out the heart and can see the slice by slice of those heart, what is the operational way of, where is a problem, all those type of things. Right side you can see the bones, the number of bones and where the joinings and other thing, and the right side you can see the chemistry reaction. Chemistry reaction can be felt by the student. So by doing like this, all this by using the artificial intelligence and data analytic processes of processing all this in a graphical way or different physical ways, so students can understand, and there is a very big business coming up on this regard. Next. This is about, I was talking about the MOOC. I'm giving one example of a spoken tutorial where I was a part of designing as well as converting these videos. What is happening is each of the materials are made up of maybe 30 meter long, something like that. So data is, is very, data are huge. So the users of the data are a hidden cost to the large users of data are becoming as a hidden cost to the students. So we try at our level that some of these data can be minimized to the frame size can be reframed so that the better UI UX process can be implemented, and then this can be provided. For example, 1 GB data, the video of 1 hour can be minimized. Something like what we are doing is the 1 GB data can be minimized up to 5 MB. I think that is enough. 1 GB data can bring up to the 5 MB by using an interface. So we are in the process of developing that interface. Those who are interested, we can work together with them also. Next. There is another interesting thing, the examination system. Now, in the examination system, different examination system will take place. One is the Proctor examination system. What is happening in the Proctor examination system is one CCTV camera type of thing, or somebody has to go to different places for giving the online examination. But with the users of this Proctor based examination, what is happening is two web camera will be implemented so that the online activity as well as the physical sitting style of the candidate can be captured in 360 degree angle, something like that, so that all the students can give exam in their place only. So proctor examination is nothing. There is a proctor, something like a virtual officer. So the virtual officer is monitoring your way of giving the examination, just like you are giving exam in your college or schools. There are a lot of requirements for this one. Every university, every colleges, every institution need this type of proctor examination system. So we have a lot of requirement for the manpower who can implement this one. Even this type of things can be used as a national level project, where you can keep on supplying this mechanism to do the online activity, this type of thing. A lot of money you can make out of this one. Another examination system is the online open book examination system. Another one is the online recruitment as well as a document verification system. Document verification system, normally we are doing a lot of physical documentation. Same thing also we have running our courses. During the examination time, during the admission time, we have to verify the document. So how do we verify the document? What we are doing is a scan. Otherwise, when we say, okay, come online, then you show your original thing from your hand, then we verify. We say, okay, zoom in, zoom out, and let's try to see this one. And likewise, we are verifying the correctness of those information, because this is not the way to do it. So what we are proposing is there should be ERP system for every institution. All those ERP has to be connected to a digital locker or a digital cloud. From there, the information can be verified, it can be checked. So blockchain is also coming in this area, like GIS system and blockchain, agriculture, and the thing. All these things are going to be connected very soon. There are a lot of requirements. There are a lot of manpower requirement regarding this online examination and online document verification. Also, it's not about only the document verification of your academic credential. This is also about the verification of the land record, your driving license, your e-stamp paper, even the money, and all this type of thing. Please go to the next. This is where the academic activity. So all those people who are going to work, all those who are interested, you need to have one digital skill set. We write a lot of articles regarding this one. Digital skill set has to be there, so that digital online verification system can be comfortable to all. For example, you are from BCom, you are from arts or something like that. Tomorrow you are going to become an admin officer. You need to know how to handle this type of system. Unless and until you don't have a minimum digital skill set, it's going to be a problem. Go to the next. This is about what is happening in agriculture. The soil health card, based on the location, the portal of the crops, fertilizer, cloud comes, solar-based water pumping system. You give a SMS and the water pumping will be started. You give a one SMS and the water will be stopped. You will do some SMS. There will be spray of the fertilizer. There will be spray of the pesticide and other thing, drone-based system, and all this type of activity, and starting system with the expert in their language and other thing. There are a lot of activities are there. The AI people as well as the data science people can do a lot of things. In fact, our center where I was working before, the Calcutta center, was doing a lot of activity on this agriculture census. How many grains that you are growing, how many crops that you are growing in your village location, your home, your agricultural land, we have the data for that one. Entire thing. The trucks of information, which is trucks of the physical handwritten documents are with us, which is collected from different ministries. So we are doing a project, something like 34-35 crore project for 5-year analysis of this digital agriculture data. Next. This is about something about the agriculture, the health system of the soil. For example, there is a farmer. So farmer want to know what is this. So if once we have the data that you are in this longitude, latitude, in this coordinate 3.3, 3.4, you are in Ajara, or you are in Johara, or you are in Delhi, or some other places. So all these informations are updated. Then later on, the villager can send a small SMS that my coordinate is this by looking to their compass. Then they will come to know what is the status of the soil, and they will come to know what type of the soil, what type of the crops will be grow, and that will give better yield, better product. So this data science in the agriculture area is also very big demand, and there are a lot of demand for people who know something about data science, something about agriculture and the cloud computing. Next. This is about something we talk about next. I was talking about automatic water pumping, and now solar is also coming, the IoT device and other thing. These are some of the experiments that some of our students try to do it, and I just take the snapshot from there. Next. This is about the health card system that everybody know that we are using a lot of wearable gadget, and one of our partner from Malaysia also, they also make some gadget, something like this, where the people can wear their gadget, and then they, on the lifetime, or you say current time, their weather, their temperature can be updated to the cloud, after understanding that, you know, in entire Malaysia or in entire Assam. So this type of temperature situation is there. For example, let's say we are in Assam, some section of the Assam is having COVID. Definitely their temperature will be rise. If they are using the gadget, from their gadget the informations are coming in the cloud, and then the Chief Minister office or the Health Minister office can monitor, okay, that in this area the temperatures are rising, there is going to be some suspect that something is going to be happen. The control of those situation will be take place. So digital need to be, citizen need to be provided some digital gadget. So all those type of things, as well as other activity related to the medicinal plant and other things also can be done. So, and later on, after knowing the condition of one specific community or one specific block, instead of giving a national level advertisement to control the COVID, then entire advertisement or the entire infrastructure can be utilized in order to control those affected area only. For example, there is a flood prone area. Minister can, or the concerned commissioner can control only in that area where the flood are prone, not in all the places. What is happening now is haphazardly the medical people are roaming here and there. So this can be saved by using the gadgets. So gadgets are generating a lot of data. Once you know how to on the data, once you know how to control the data, then many activity can be controlled. Next. This is about tourism. This is I brought from Manipur. For example, we also have Kaziranga over there. So in the digital tourism, so guys are going to go, or guys are going to use all this type of activity. The camera will be there through those digital camera, something like that. The virtual camera, virtually what is happening in Kaziranga area, or maybe other tourism sectors, tourism slots can be also understood without going to all those places. And this can be used for study purpose, this can be used for the research purpose and different activity. Go to the next. This is a very, very interesting thing. This is about the data science or artificial intelligence uses of this thing in the e-waste management. And in, I think, 2007 or 2008, UGC AICTE has also notified that every engineer has to undergo 2 credit course on environmental studies, because we need to save the environment. We are doing a lot of development activity, industrial revolution. We're talking about industry 4, something like that, but nobody's talking about controlling of this waste and the industry, something like that. So waste management system is one. The waste management service can be provided so that, you know, by using the navigation system, the GIS system and other things, then all this can be connected, starting from the dustbin to the collection center, collection to the recycling bin, something like that. You can see in the left side corner there are graphs are there. From this graph we will understand that how many dustbins are there, how many data are collected, and how many data can be converted to the usable format, so that, you know, state also can earn some money out of this one. Actually, there are a lot of informations, there are a lot of important items are available from the waste material. So for example, you are having whatever type of mobile, so 10% of your mobile, 10%, the cost of your 10% of mobile, there are some portion of the goals are available over there. There are some places in India, especially in West Bengal and something like that, there are recycling bins are there. There are other recycling illegal sectors are also there. So they are using a lot of acids and other things. The remedies of the acids are thrown in different places. From there, the cows are eating the grass and the cows are making the milk, and all those milks are coming to our house and we are consuming. Means you are throwing the waste and you are throwing the acidity part of this, all this waste material, and from there the milk produced or the connected milk that which is generated from all those type of waste materials are coming to your brain, and actually our brain, the capacity of our brains are minimized. This is also one way where a lot of data collection has to be done place and the processing has to be take place. Next. And this is also the same thing. Please go to the next. Next. Because here also a dummy information that we use by using the proximity sensor. Proximity sensor something like 100 rupees. By using this proximity sensor in all those dustbin, then you will come to know how much is the content of the dustbin. Automatically SMS and all these type of IoT devices, some of our students also converted. Next one I am going to talk about is the summer training for the robotics. This is also a business thing that you have. This is a course for the students, especially those who are in class 1 to class 10. This is what we call as STEM, the scientific, technology, engineering and mathematics. So first day we are going to teach the typing of computers, whether it is in English language, Assamese language and other thing. So every student is facing, every parents are facing problem. I also have a kid in class 1, so they are also having a lot of problems. Suppose they have to type in Hindi, so the keyboard has to be changed. They have to type in English, the keyboard has to be changed. So boys don't know how to change the keyboard in their mobile and other thing. So these type of things. Day number 2, the static robot using the craft paper. When we are using the craft paper, cutting and other thing, the minds of the students are going to improve. Day number 3 is about the Lego mind. Day number 3 about the next NX G graphical programming, so on, navigation of the robots and other things. So within 5 days, 6 days, so all these information type of things are. So some of you can also partner with us in developing these type of courses for our young generation. Next. Now this is about the initiative of Government of India. Government of India is partnering with IBM, Infosys and other big organizations so that AI can be taught to the young, starting from the class 7 onwards to 12. Just you imagine you are in the final year of your graduation or you are already in the job. These young guys are going to start their AI learning, data science learning from class 7 onward. And you can see in the right side this much number of students, state government as well as Kendra Vidyalaya boys and girls has been already trained in this regard. These students are going to come as a customer for you. These students are going to come later on together to work with you. So knowledge level will be different. The way that the changing what is happening in industry, what is happening in academic environments are slowly changing. Next. This is one I just brought that we are running our BCA program, MSc program for utilizing those students, and different in the right side also those interested guys also can see like IoT, blockchain, data science using Python and different thing, bioinformatics and other thing. Please go to the next. And this is what I want to emphasize more. This is the last slide, that some of the programs that we have is a future screen. This is for all engineering students, and every engineering students are having something to do in their future, something like maybe in the cloud, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, IoT, data science, all this type of thing, that 10 information that I have provided. And Nalit, Shillong and the Guwahati together, I'm handling the charge of this both the center. So these centers are having expertise on this one, and we are inviting a lot of summer interns and other things. Some of these courses are free for the students, and some of these courses are payable based on the requirement. And number 3 is about the startup for 300 hours. Any graduate, we are connecting with MSME department. There are some funds for the MSME. You can become a startup entrepreneur, something like that, and something like maximum up to 25 lakhs MSME as well as the STPI teams are providing. And the 4th one is about the STEAM program, that science, technology, engineering, mathematics for the kids class 7 and 8. We are also looking a lot of partners who can work together with us, because we are in Khanapara, we are in Paltan Bazaar. So along along with my team only, we are around 17-18 people are working over there. So many, all the places of Assam cannot be reached out. So we are inviting people who can join together, work with us, and different more. And you go to the website, you can see a lot of information about us in the Facebook as well as in our Pramen website. We are also inviting our partners in the 3 different ways. Organization can come to partner with us, EOIR, for that expression of interest that you can come together with us to partner as an institution level. Second is about you can come as an expert that, I know this, I have 2-3 years of experience that something can be done. We will engage you as a mentor or as a invited talk, something like that. Also, you are in the final year or you are about to finish or you finish and you are looking for a job, something like that. As a startup also you can join on the individual specific. With this, I want to thank all the participants. Even though the participants are very less, I think some of these slides and other thing, all these facility can be shared to all your friends. And this is an interesting thing that we are doing. Hope next time we will talk more on artificial intelligence or blockchain or IoT or something like that. And from the morning, I also have been observing and also see the presentations, streams, and the YouTube online videos and other things. It's very interesting that many technical things has been provided. Along with the technical thing, try to understand all the schemes that the government of India, the MSME, the STPS, and others are having. At the end of the day, after passing out from the course, you have to come to the industry. You have to come to the in between the people. So it is not that much easy to make, very confidently working. So during your time, whatever you are teaching by your teachers, professor, other thing has to be listened very carefully. Like I was talking about Scrum, I was talking about Agile method, I was talking about 3D, 4 in Industry 4, and all this data science and blockchain and all this type of different things. So the aim of this talk was to give you all these names so that you can go home and you can practice, at least master in one of the subject like that. With this, I want to thank everyone, and especially to the audience who are patiently looking for this one. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Is there any ongoing project which you are handling with regards to waste management?
Yes, of course. We Nailed was the group who has trained and who has provided some of this activity. And right now, our Sikkim Center, which is under me, is working on this US thing.
Okay.
Actually, we are trying to provide. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sir. Continue. Please continue, sir.
So we are trying. We are planning to set up a lot of entrepreneur on this regard, because Nailed alone cannot do a lot of this activity, right? So this has to be, because only Assam is clean or only Delhi is clean, that will not work. That is why in the national level something has to be done together. That's why our Nailed Sikkim Center is having a big project on this regard. If interested, then we can talk in this regard.
Has the government of Meghalaya approached you with regards to this? Because it seems that Shillong also is considered as the dirtiest city now.
Yes, so, yes, definitely. Actually, I am just transferred 1 week before this Corona thing. So I'm going to take up, and I know some of the people, even the IT secretary and other thing. So we are going to deal with them, their requirement and other aspects for the cleaning, and as well as developing some processing center over there.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, welcome. Okay, thank you, thank you. Have a nice time.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.